What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Peanut Speaks. I am your girl, Peanut. This is Thursday, May 21st in the year 2020. I'm going to play you a clip of a lady named Rosa Koire. I think that's how you pronounce her name. And she is discussing Agenda 21 through the UN. And it's really serious. I'm not going to play the whole video. I just mirrored a clip of it. I want you to see the first, I think it's about 4 minutes of it. Watch it. I'm going to come back. We're going to talk about it. Pretty serious, pretty deep stuff. It's unfolding right in front of our eyes. And to my knowledge, I think they are wanting to have this accomplished by the year 2030. So, like I said, give it a watch. I'll be back. I'll see you guys in about 5 minutes.
I'm Rosa Koire, and I'm from the United States, California. And my topic, what I speak about, is one of the most vitally important issues of our age, and that is United Nations Agenda 21, Sustainable Development. And as I'll be talking about tomorrow, it is the inventory and control plan. Inventory and control of all land, all water, all minerals, all plants, all animals, all construction, all means of production, all food, all energy, all information, and all human beings in the world. And this is a plan that was agreed to by 179 nations back in 1992. It's a United Nations plan. It's called the Agenda for the 21st Century. And so many of us around the world think that, sustainable development, it just sounds so great. Isn't it about recycling and creative reuse and creating energy and food resources for everyone? And the answer is no, it really is not. It's about moving populations into city centers, concentrated city centers, and clearing them out of the rural areas. So I found out about it in a very unusual way, actually, because I spent my career as a legal witness, as an expert witness for the California Department of Transportation. I'm an expert in land use and land valuation. And my specialty is in eminent domain valuation. So, of course, I was valuing property for the government so that the government could acquire that property for road projects. And what I found about 10 years ago, or 10 or 13 years ago, was that land actually, it was very difficult to say what it was worth because you couldn't know what people could do with it because they were being restricted from using their property. And as I explored that and found that it wasn't just in the San Francisco Bay Area where I was working, it was in fact all across the nation and the world, I looked behind that and I found United Nations Agenda 21, Sustainable Development. We created the Post-Sustainability Institute in order to educate people about the economic, social, political, and environmental impacts of communitarianism on the world. And communitarianism is that concept, that social and political construct that says that the individual's rights should be balanced against the rights of the community. And of course, the community is that amorphous, undefined community that when we talk about community, we think we're, of course, part of it and that, it's a positive thing. But really, community is constructed. It's constructed of non-governmental organizations, corporations, and government in order to dictate and regulate what it is that happens around the world. And we, as individuals, have literally no influence on that unless we are in agreement with it. If you dissent against the community, against communitarian law, or against communitarian social tactics, you're rejected and basically made an outcast. And that is something that we wanted to expose to the world. And the reason that we created the Post-Sustainability Institute was in order to sue. We sued our local government, and right now we're suing higher up in order to stop regional plans, because regionalization is the stepping stone to globalization. And globalization is the standardization of all systems. So that includes water, law enforcement, education, energy. All systems have to be brought into harmony in order to control them all. Because when systems don't meet, when they're out of balance or not in sync with one another, they can't be controlled centrally. And the goal of Agenda 21 is one world government and total control from a central unit.
Okay, you guys. So you get the gist of that. I'm going to put the link, like I said, in the description so that you can watch the whole video for yourself. But they want total global control. And if you guys don't think that this is not unfolding right before our very eyes, I do not know what else I can tell you. There's a lot of things that goes into this totalitarian, I can't even say the word, global control. You know, in the United States, you'll hear this woman talk. If you watch the whole video, you'll hear her talk about how in the U.S., you know, we have states, governments, cities, counties, all that kind of stuff. Well, I wrote this down somewhere over here. Just taking notes. And let me see here. Okay, so the UN, the Agenda 21, and to my knowledge, they want this done by 2030. They want global, regional, and neighborhood. They want total body surveillance. I can't even talk today. They want total body surveillance, hence the 6 feet apart right now. And, you know, anybody that doesn't comply, like as such, wearing masks, you know, all that type of stuff, they're seeing who wants to comply, who doesn't, and anyone that doesn't comply, you know, they are considered the outcast, the conspiracy theorist, the defiant. And they have 17, and I'm going to put this up. They have 17 goals that they want, the 17 sustainable development goals to transform our world. And you can go on the Envision 2030 on the UN site, and you can read this, but I'm going to read them off to you. It's no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry, innovation, and infrastructure, reduced inequality, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate action, life below water, life on land, peace and justice, strong institutions, partnerships to achieve the goal. Guys, they want to control everything. When I tell you everything, I mean everything. They want to control how much electricity you use. They want to control how many people that you can gather with. Sound familiar? And they want to come and take your land. If you live in the country in a rural development, they don't want that because they can't watch you. Okay? They want to come in and make sure there is a map. And there is something called the Wildlands Project. I encourage you to look it up. And the Wildland Project would set up one half of America into core wilderness reserves and interconnecting corridors in the red. And these are color-coded, okay? And it talks about that in the yellow part and the private lands, that they want no movement. They don't want people out there. They don't want you doing anything to sustain yourself. They, like I said, they want total control, one world government. You know, this is taking down our infrastructure, which is happening right now. They're tearing down our infrastructure to rebuild it the way that they see fit. If you think these politicians, these state representatives, all these people that get up and speak out, you know, against all this, if you think that they're on your side, honey, wake up. They are not on your side, and pardon my French, but they could give a damn about you. Now, that's just the gist of it. Let me read on in here to my notes. And the UN, they have what they call the 3 E's, which is economy, economy, equity, and ecology. And this is what they build their stuff on. And it's going to unfold, you guys, right in front of our eyes. Right in front of our eyes. You know, this lady says on this video, she says, you know, if we don't stand up, that they're going to achieve their goal. Military's already in place, you guys. Trump spent $2.5 trillion on rebuilding the U.S. military. The troops are in place. There's nothing we can do about it right now if we wanted to. Everyone's just laid down like an old whip dog and submitted to whatever they tell us to do. Oh, wear a mask. Oh, don't wear a mask. No gatherings over 10 people. Do you know why, though, really? Because facial recognition cannot recognize you, or if you take a chip from them, if you're clumped together, then they can't know what you're doing, and they don't want that. They are going to make it the end game, the ultimate goal, to make sure everyone is surveillanced, everyone, everywhere, all the time. And if you think I'm joking about any of this, do your own research. You don't have to take what I say. You don't have to take it with a grain of salt. I mean, I'm not being rude, but I really don't care. You guys really need to get in on your own research and open your eyes, please. Open your eyes to what's going on around you. You know, they're unlocking these or lifting these lockdowns. Well, not really lifting the lockdowns, but they're acting like they're lifting the lockdowns, you know, to reopen the country. And yeah, that might happen for a few months. That might happen. You know, you're going to have restrictions and all that kind of stuff. But they are going to drop the hammer again. And when they do, it's over. It's end game. You know, they want that total. Well, anyway, the one world control. I can't even say the word. But they want that. That's why they're indoctrinating us all with, you know, healthy together, healthy at home. We're in this together. I've heard that so many times. We're in this together. We're going to get through this together. I've heard it so many times it makes me sick. This is not a new normal. We're not in this together. And the sooner everybody realizes that, well, I mean, I don't even know now. I can't even say that. I can't even say as soon as we realize it, the better off we'll be, because it's coming whether we like it or not. It's just who's going to comply and who's going to be like sheep going to slaughter. I mean, that's the truth of it. And, you know, I'm trying to do research every day, trying to get on here and bring it to you guys the best I know how. Just so that you can be aware of your surroundings. You know, you just can't comply, you guys. I mean, no. Okay, so here's the Wildland Project, and it's got the map and everything. You guys can look that up and see the different color zones of that. And this is a bigger map, and it tells you what the United Nations wants to do. Tells you that basically the end game. Globalism is the end game. Total control. You can read through that, Google it up. You use Agenda or Envision 2030. And this is the 17 goals that I read off to you a minute ago right there. So just so you guys can have a look and see what you need to Google up. Okay, so I just put up the Wildland Project map, the little thing that I was telling you about, and I also put up the 17 goals for Agenda 21, and they want it done by, it's Envision 2030, if I'm not mistaken. And I mean, I guess the best way to put this is not Germany, this is not the Holocaust. But it is at the same time. But it is a more modernized plan. You know, the whole world is more modern now. And the FEMA camps and stuff, I think, are going to be for the totally defiant. And I think that the other concentration thing for the people that are going along with this is going to be, they want these sub-sized cities, these major, well, all the cities really, to be living right on top of one another. And that's how they're going to be able to control and watch and all that kind of stuff. And it's really sickening. It's disturbing, sickening, all of that. Any word you could think of for that. the way that people are just complying and falling in line, I could go on, and I know I sound like a broken record, but that's okay, because that's the way they're indoctrinating us. What I just said a minute ago, we're in this together, we're going to get through this together. It's sad. I could say it in my sleep. It's sick. It's sick. Anyway, you guys, like I said, you can do some research on it for yourself. I'm going to continue to research this. I had a subscriber email me about all this, and I don't know your name, but thank you so much. The video was great. You guys check it out. The link will be in the description. Thank you for watching. Feel free to email me at any time. Any tips, any photos, anything you get, email me, and I will bring it up. I promise. I promise. I try to pay as much attention to my subscribers as I can, even though I don't have a lot right now. But, so hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share the video, whatever you want to do. But I'm Peanut. Y'all stay blessed, and I'm out. And guys, one thing before I go here, you know, I did the video on Bill Gates blocking out the sun. And let me show you right here where I'm at in Kentucky, my grand solar minimum for the day, for today. It's as you can see, it's not rained at all. But you can see little spots of blue in the sky. And I just saw on the thing that it said, so yeah, it says that NASA predicts that we will have the lowest solar cycle in, I think it's 200 years. I'm not by my computer, so I cannot check that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it says. I mean, you can see there's some blue to the sky, but it guys, it's not rained, it's not anything. And mind you, this is, oh goodness, excuse me, this is the middle of May, almost to June. So, you know, it was cold. I had my heat on last night, but I just wanted to bring that up before I close the video completely. But yeah, you guys stay blessed. Email me at peanutspeaks@gmail.com. You guys stay blessed, stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time.